Hello, hello?
Hello?
Hello? Is anyone out there?
It's a mom's night out.
Hey, what's happening, ladies?
Happy Wednesday.
It's a mom's night out.
I mean, we did,
Help us. Send help.
we did have a night out last night.
We did.
I think that's the problem.
Yeah, that's
You can't
the
have a
problem.
night out on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm
Bad
proud.
idea.
I'm proud of us. We put it in the calendar with a very special friend
And we
that
kept-
we met.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. It was like a month in the making.
Yeah. And we stuck to it.
All of us.
Actually, yeah. Proud of all of us.
That's
Good
kind
job.
That's kind of on par for the topic tonight, I feel like.
I do think so.
What are we talking about, Jenny?
We are talking about friendship styles.
Woohoo!
I know. So the New York Times launched a 5-day friendship challenge aimed at strengthening bonds and finding out what kind of friend we all are.
Ooh.
And shout out to a special listener here in town, a mom friend. She gave us this idea. She said, hey, the New York Times has this challenge. There's a quiz. It's fun. It's light. And she was curious what all of our friendship styles were.
So we all took the quiz.
And you're going to find out.
And shout out to that mom. Thank you so much, you guys. We love when you share ideas because it sometimes it's hard to think of topics and we're like, does everyone like what we're talking about?
I know.
If you don't, sorry.
Yeah, we hope you do, but we like the feedback and we like recommendations and suggestions. So keep them coming. Thank you.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, so personally, sometimes I can feel like maintaining friendships can feel heavy and somewhat daunting. Like it's one more thing on my list of tasks. Like I have like my close friends who I'm constantly in communication with. And then I sort of have these like outer friends who I love and respect so much, but it's like one more thing that I have to do.
Yeah. You also have a lot of friends. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
You have more friends than I do.
Well,
What's
a lot
it like
of
being so
It's
popular?
a lot of maintaining.
No, but it's true. So, and I think friendships are people that we choose. And so we want to keep those people close. You meet different friends at different stages of your life. And so, it's important to us. So the New York Times says in their research that we need to spend 200 hours hanging out in order for that person to be a friend and for a friendship to bond.
That's insane.
What do you think about that?
So I'm going to break down the 200 hours because I want to give it some context here.
Oh, ding,
No,
ding, ding,
okay.
ding, ding, Mandy game.
No. So think about it. Okay, so 200 hours. So let's say you're hanging out with somebody like a dinner and drink. So 4 hours. Let's say you're doing that every other week, which is a lot. So, 8 hours a month. The 200 hours, it would be 25 months. So over 2 years, about 2 years to get to know somebody if you're hanging out with them 2 times a month for 4 hours.
Whoa, you just blew my mind.
Right?
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah. So 200 is a lot.
But I also think about our friendship. Don't you think it took us that
Really
long
get to know each
there?
other. I think it's
Yes.
there's layers of friendship too. Like you can have acquaintances, but I think a
true friendship.
Yeah. Like really, really getting to
Okay.
that deep bond. I see the 200 hours.
Whoa. Okay, that reminds me of some listeners that we've talked to recently that are trying to break into friend groups or I've struggled to find my friend group.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe you just haven't spent enough time with the people you've been hanging out with yet.
Start a tracker.
Because
4 hours. Yeah.
Who
Every other
has
week.
200 hours to devote to friends?
This is what I mean.
It's a lot of time.
It's a lot. It's
That is a
daunting.
lot.
Wow. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So-
I had to break that down because I was like 200 hours. I was like, what would that actually be?
Genius.
No, that was smart. It's a lot of hours. Okay, so what's the quickest friendship you ever formed? You pointed out that our friendships probably took a couple years for us to really get deep.
Yeah.
I think it takes several years. Like my closest friends, I've known for years. And it took a while to get close.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah.
one of my best friends, we were hockey players together and her dad offered to take me home from a trip because I didn't have a ride home. And we were in Canada and she was pissed that he was offering to bring me home. She was like, "Ugh, who is this girl?" And so I spent I guess it was a 6
You got 6 of those
car
200
ride
hours
with her and her dad. And then we from that moment on, we were inseparable.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So that I was
got your
thinking
200
about,
hours quick.
we were young. We were
Yeah.
young. We were 16 or 17, but that was and she's still my best friend to this day. That was the quickest friendship that I think I'd ever formed.
Well, that was also, it sounds like overnight.
Yeah. Yeah, that
know
was
that I have
6 hour
any.
yeah,
car
but I
ride.
was thinking about like more recent ones, and I was like, I don't think I've formed like I've recently met some really great moms in town, even that I've just instantly clicked with.
Yeah.
But I think, it's like
But
those
we're
layers,
building our
it's like
friendship
those
now.
layers again of like building.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, okay, I enjoy hanging out with you. We're similar. But like, I think that like really true deep bond does take time.
Yeah.
For sure. What
I
about
agree.
you?
I think that probably my quickest friendship was probably in college, but it took months.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was like we hung out every day.
Yeah.
But you're like forced to. You're like in this vulnerable state. I don't know anyone else.
You're in college.
Yeah.
That's like
So you're
what you're there
eating
for.
meals together.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah,
Okay.
you're my people. Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. And then I guess, was there ever something in some of your friendships, like when I look back, like for example, those college moments, I think that like early on we sort of opened up and started getting vulnerable with one another and like sharing stories. So is there like, is that like in that 6 hour car ride?
No, there was nothing vulnerable. Maybe it was, you know what? Maybe it was, I had lost my dad a few years prior, and I was witnessing the bond she had with her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so maybe it was that. So maybe you're right. Like maybe I was like seeing that in
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
and in her. And I was like, oh, this is my people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you,
I
Mandy?
don't think there's like a vulnerability, but I think there's like definitely you have to have commonality, right? Or like something.
Yeah.
So yeah, college, I think going through all of that together. And then I think with us, it's been being a mom.
Being a mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Yes.
you got to at least have, I don't know, some big sort of challenge that you can both relate to, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like vulnerable.
You're right. You're right.
I like
Traumatic situation, no. Although some days I just want to run away and hide, especially in the summer.
that. All right. So tell us about this friendship quiz.
Okay. So the friendship quiz, as I mentioned, was aimed at discovering what your friendship style is. And so I guess the concept to this quiz is that we're all uniquely connected with our social networks and in our own way. There's some universal threads that pull through. So some commonalities, right? That pull through all of these different friendship styles. And so the test is aimed at uncovering each of our friendship styles. There's 4 types. And so the New York Times also had us take this test on what kind of friends we are. And we are going to get into our answers. And I am dying to know what each of you are.
Well, we got to go through the.
Yeah, we gotta go through the
gotta
four.
go
Oh, the
through
4 types.
The 4 types.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go the first one, which is butterfly. Butterflies tend to thrive in frequent social interactions. Like a butterfly, you're more drawn to casual forms of connection. They tend to be excellent party guests and hosts because they're constant friendly banter. Butterflies are comfortable in almost all situations and often can help others feel at ease.
Okay. There's also evergreens. So evergreens are lush, green, and reliable all year round. Always healthy and thriving so long as it's getting its sunlight and water. Evergreens feel most alive when they are getting nourished by frequent interactions with close friends. They tend to prefer it when those interactions are deep and meaningful. Evergreens easily give love to others.
I like an evergreen.
Okay.
All right. Then we have fireflies. So fireflies limit how many social engagements they have, but they light up when they feel deeply connected to others. In social situations, fireflies tend to be highly present and focused. When they're connecting deeply.
Okay, and the last one is a wallflower. They have plenty of perks with wallflowers, while shy and tend to be selective about how they spend their time. Their social calendars are light and they're drawn to more casual forms of connection. Their superpower, though, is taking in information and being really sensitive to what's going on around them.
Okay.
All right. So we have butterfly, evergreen, firefly, and wallflower.
It's time for the big reveal. Who wants to go first?
I wish we had like cards. to
I know.
hold
I
up.
actually meant to do that. You guys, I screwed up. I meant to have like we all write it down and you say what you are and then we guess what the other one is.
That's
But
okay.
I'll be
We'll have to
honest.
improvise.
Everyone be honest with what you thought the other person
Okay.
was.
Oh, we have to guess what we think everyone was.
I think in your head, but like what? So let's just go through what we were.
Okay.
Who wants to start?
You guys are all looking at me.
Yeah.
I'll start.
Yeah, you go, girl.
What I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are you?
Okay, so I tested a butterfly.
Really?
Which is not what I thought I was going to come out at.
Actually, that's what I had you pegged as.
Really?
1,050%.
Wait, so I retook it because there were 2 questions that I
And
was
you
like,
still were a butterfly?
no, I came back a firefly.
Yeah, I had you. I was thinking firefly.
No, sorry, that's not you.
I had
You're a
it written
butterfly
down
in
for
my
you.
head.
Okay. But yeah.
I think you're a great party guest, and
Yeah.
you're an amazing host,
That's what kind of
and you're great at friendly banter. You're comfortable in all situations, and you help others feel at ease. What do you mean you didn't think that was you?
I know. I don't know why. I just thought that was me.
It's interesting that you got 2 different answers.
But there was 2 questions that I was like,
No, but
ooh,
me-
I could go. It depends on the
no,
situation.
but me too. So
Okay.
I took it twice too because I felt the same way.
Yeah.
After you said that, and I was like, I could have answered this to one question, then another question. So I answered the opposite, and I got firefly both times.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what you thought I was? or no?
Yeah, I had both.
I
of these
had
fireflies.
firefly. Yeah.
Okay. Mandy.
Wallflower.
What?
No.
No.
Oh my God, yes.
I have you. I would have thought you as evergreen.
Your social calendar.
No.
You
so
know
my-
what? Actually, it is light. Your family calendar
My
is
family
heavy.
calendar is heavy.
Whoa.
The superpower was definitely you.
Whoa.
You're always
Yeah.
like taking
Taking it in.
information. Yeah.
Whoa.
Very
Okay, I'm a
analytical.
little surprised by that. I didn't peg you as that. I kind of thought you were a firefly too.
Imagine if we were all fireflies. No.
No.
I
Wallflower.
still
But it-
think your social calendar is pretty full.
It's like, but it
Even
think
if I
about it though.
retook the test, so I did retake the test and I did
I love
answer
that
that
we all did.
question. So at first I answered it's not full, and then I answered it with full, and they both
You're
came
still
back
a wallflower.
wallflower.
But I also
Wow.
think that you like
Yeah.
what I said, like you're full with like your close friends and your family, like
Yeah.
Bryce and your kids.
Yeah.
Like you limit your
Oh, my time.
real social like interactions with
It's wallflower on
the
the way.
randoms.
Okay.
Whoa.
The randoms.
Okay, I'm
So-
like thrown a little here.
Yeah, that was not what I was expecting.
Okay. Well,
So 2 fireflies and a wallflower.
yeah, and so no, because Jen is
No, I
also
got
a butterfly.
like,
I really
yeah.
think
First
I think
squirt
you're more.
butterfly.
I think you're,
I
a
think you're
butterfly.
more a butterfly, but this would change everything I thought from a question that you asked us to prepare for. You were like, do you think friendship styles stick together? And in my head, I was like, absolutely yes. But this would prove us wrong.
Oh, I was
know.
saying no. You need different. You need the balance.
I think so too.
Just like the signs that Lindsay talked to us about. Like you have to have all different types in a very good, like to have a good dynamic.
But maybe that's why we go so well together and we really don't, like, we've worked through everything and we really don't have major disagreements.
You can't all be the same.
yeah, you can't be the same.
Okay, but I'm going to throw you a zinger. So you asked us to ask our like closest other friends.
Yeah.
All my closest other friends are fireflies as well.
That's why you needed to
Interesting.
bring us into your life.
Oh, okay.
And I knew it. I knew that was going to be the answer. And I had a theory in my head. I was like, yep, you stick with your type and that's who you hang with. But now I'm thrown.
Okay.
I'm throwing my agenda.
Yeah.
Don't throw it. We can't pick it up.
My close friends, I asked 2 women and they were evergreen and they were firefly.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's one
so
and a
the-
firefly.
So
Firefly seems very like adaptable. Like,
yeah.
You might be like the O blood type here. Like Firefly is an O blood type.
You could be thrown into any
You're
friend
universal.
group. You could be thrown into any friend group. Don't you think that's true though about me?
Yeah.
Kind of you too. I see where you're on the cusp. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
that.
Whoa.
I know.
Guys. So take the test
Take the
because
test.
I think it's really fun and send it around to all your friends and then
It is
you can
cool.
talk about it.
Did you guys look at, so when you take the quiz, it kind of gave you something to remember to like apply to friendships?
Yes.
What was your message that needed to be applied to friendships? Do you remember?
Oh man.
Oh no, sorry.
I missed that part.
Okay. That.
I didn't get that homework lesson. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Well, I know there was the 5-day challenge, which
No, it was
we
called-
can get into because I have my thoughts, but
There was a deep dive section of the description.
I don't think I saw that.
I didn't see that. I mean, I don't have a New York Times subscription, so maybe I got like the light version.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We're going to link. We have a special link that I found for everyone that we can link to you where you don't need a New York Times subscription. It's like through some blog post and you're able to take the quiz. Because if you just Google the quiz, you probably won't be able to find it or be able to take it. It's like subscribe to the New York Times, which well played, New York Times. Yeah. Well,
I think I gifted it to my 2 friends.
Yeah. So there's also the link that I sent you guys in the text. If you were to send them that link, they can take it for free.
Oh, okay.
We'll post that link. So we didn't get the deep dive. What was your deep dive?
My deep dive, which I found interesting, was for me and a good reminder was to go deeper and like to when I'm forming friendships to like share more. To like give a little bit more of myself.
I feel like that's spot on.
I know. And I like thought about feedback that you guys have given me as a friend, like, or not feedback, but like, you're like, you just have been giving me some like, yeah, I guess that's the word, right?
Yeah.
Honesty about friendship. And like, I was like, okay, this is like resonates.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can get the deep dive.
I just looked at my deep dive and it was like, you need solitude. As a firefly, you need solitude to recharge. But aim to interact with others a bit more than you might naturally this week. And so
this week.
Yeah, just this week. Well, we did that. We went and met a new friend for drink. So I guess I kind of did that without knowing I was doing it. But I tend to need the recharge, and I do say no to a lot of things, and I think people listening who know me will be like, yeah, you hoe, you do say no to me all the time.
Wait, that is really true actually about you.
You got to protect the space.
Like, this is taking up a lot of time right now, and I say no a lot right now. I'm sorry.
I know, that's true. Okay, that was super interesting.
I know. I thought you were, so when you said like it led you to another place on the New York Times thing, I thought you meant we were going to start talking about that 5-day friendship challenge.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
Guys, I'm sorry. It was stupid.
It was a little cheesy.
It was a little too cheesy for me. Thought there were some good points in there, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to go like day 1, text a friend. Day 2, repot a friendship, whatever the fuck that means.
That one. Come on.
That one I didn't like.
Come on.
So let's talk about what it said, like in repotting a friendship. And I'm like, hoping I'm remembering this correctly, but it was like, take a friendship that you wouldn't normally do. Like if you have a friend that you walk in the evenings with, shout out to my walking partner, like ask that friend to do something different that you wouldn't normally do. Like maybe ask her to go out and have a glass of wine, or ask her to go, I don't know what else we're
like
doing besides
diversifying your
walking.
activities with them.
Yeah.
Which like it makes sense, but I don't know. This is where it got too cheesy for me, and then I was just turned off for the rest of it.
Yeah, I also didn't like the phrase, like, let's just like, why are we repotting
also,
it? Like,
sometimes friendships like
serve their purpose.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so, and I'm not saying that I feel like that friendship you guys could do anything
you could
together.
Complicate it by trying to add in too many things.
Yes, you're like, this works well with X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You don't need to add more.
Exactly.
Just leave it alone. It works.
Well, that was only day 2.
I like day 3. Put a friendship on autopilot.
So you have time for this.
You have to have a light week to be doing this.
Yeah.
This is a retirement task.
Yeah. Our moms are doing this.
What you do when you retire.
A retired grandma, you can do the friendship challenge. I like to put a friendship on autopilot. And we were talking about this. With the podcast, we sort of did that by accident, right? Mm-hmm. Because every week we're meeting to record on Wednesday nights. It's set in the calendar, and it's like I know we're doing other things too.
But even before that, for a good 2 years, we had book club.
We did. It was book club, and we were meeting every single week.
Quotes.
Air quotes.
And I really like the idea. It was like, even if you're not, my dog's barking in the background, I think.
Thundering.
I know it's thundering outside, you guys. We are distracted this evening.
Heads are falling off. We don't have John walking in and out.
My daughter would say flundering.
Flundering. I like that. Put it on autopilot. I liked the idea of like doing a quarterly like dinner party with friends.
I love that idea.
That was kind of cool.
Yes, I do love that.
Maybe we should put that into.
Like we're also busy. Like it's like you have to. It's so crazy. Like you have to plan. Like you guys have all probably seen that meme where it's like trying to find something, like trying to find a time to hang together, and it's like, cool, I'll see you in October.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard.
That's how it feels.
It is how it feels. It's reality. The next one that was real puke fest was revisit old photos with a friend.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't like that one. Like, I feel like I do that like with some of my friends, like just like as naturally, but to like actually be like day 4, I'm gonna sift through my photos and send them to some friends. Like that feels weird.
You know, it reminded me of like, you know, in Christmas
Single white
Vacation
female.
where he's like upstairs watching like the old family reels and he's in like the grandma's bonnet with the robe on. And this is like the visual I got in my mind of it being like, ugh.
I also feel like you could look a little desperate if you're really trying to like rekindle a friendship with someone and you're like sending them old photos. They're like, okay, girl.
Yeah. You'd have to preface it by like, I'm on a 5-day friendship challenge.
And
like,
and you are too. You didn't sign up, but you're on it with me.
You're on it with me. We're on this journey together.
All right, and the last one. This one was
cheesy.
interesting. Take an emotional risk.
No.
Like, what does that mean?
No, it's not.
Share something you wouldn't normally share?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not what I meant about like those things have to happen naturally.
I agree.
You can't just like
you
force
can't
it
like
out.
it's
force it.
authentic. It can't be. Yeah,
You're like,
It
hey,
can't be on day 5.
I peed my pants yesterday. I was running like out of the blue. Imagine you're like at a party and someone's just like dumps something on you. Like,
wait, that might be me. Though.
no, it's not. You're like,
That's not an emotional risk.
Yeah, that's just a risk.
That's just party banter.
That is the butterfly. That's Jen, actually.
Just making everyone else feel confident about themselves.
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
you
God.
do not do that. See, no, that is not you. You're not doing that. I would probably do that. Someone's like, why did this lady just tell me that?
So I guess on the friendship challenge, we're not going to do it,
No.
Yeah.
but there's some key takeaways. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Put your friendships on autopilot. Get like a monthly dinner set up
I
with
think
your
that's
friends.
the most important one.
Yeah.
You got to plan it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's never going to happen.
No,
And
I
your
love
far
that.
away friends. Like, so like my best friends both live far away, and it's like we should really plan. Like, we actually just did with one of them. Like, she's coming in 2 weeks to visit.
Oh, I love
So
that.
Yeah, we like put something on the calendar. Finally, she did. She forced me to because I was like, I can't right now.
know,
I'm
it's so
busy.
hard.
And she was like, stop it.
Yeah, like make time for
Yeah,
me.
and so we did it, and I'm so happy we did. So I feel like push yourself to like set the plan and make it. I'm always so happy once we have that time
know.
together.
I know,
So.
me too.
True.
That's the biggest takeaway.
Well, everybody, we're going to post this quiz.
Yep.
And we want everyone to take it and share back your friendship styles. We'll see like if there's like some leading style.
I know. That's a great question. Like, is there any like dominant style?
Yeah.
We should like put a poll and see like what the majority of our listeners are.
Yeah. I love
I like
that. Okay.
It's probably universal, the firefly.
Or maybe the butterfly. I don't know. I guess I could see people being all of these that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And take it 2 times like we did and see if your thing changes.
I know.
Mine didn't, but you might be like a cusper. You might be sitting on the line of
Cusper.
a cusper. You might be a line straddler. I just really throwing out the phrases.
Oh man.
Yeah, a line. Don't be a line straddler.
Yeah. No. Oh, God.
Well, yeah.
Guys.
All right.
We want to keep it light and fun. It's summertime. Everyone's got a ton of stuff to do.
Yeah.
We hope you're on vacation and you hid from your family in the bathroom and listen to us with your earbuds,
Whatever those things
whatever
are called.
those things that you put in your ears are called. Because you
Don't.
can't listen out loud with your children and husband listening.
No. You'd be
No,
like, what is that?
definitely not.
Yeah.
Or you could.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe this episode. Okay.
I only swore one time. Maybe twice.
Happy Wednesday.
Good luck.
Happy
Everyone,
Wednesday.
good luck.
Everybody
We're
just
losing it. Week 2.
Good luck
Go
with your
on,
friendship.
go forth and prosper and take the quiz and let us know.
Take an emotional risk. Repot a friendship. Good
Please.
night.
If I mean, I'm sorry if somebody actually took this 5-day challenge, but I can't imagine anybody really doing it.
No.
Except for the people in retirement.
No.
So, all right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a mom's night out.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.